Your dress is in tatters, your hair is a mess. You look like you've been undressed. And while you keep dancing on, you sing your songs of revolution. Your skirts are green, your tears are pain. Everyone's equal, but no one's the same. You scream at giants, you beat your drum. You cannot win, so you swim alone. Keep breaking rules, keep crying out loud. Your name is Cuba, your name is Cuba, and you're so proud.
Quiebra las reglas, llora duro, tu nombre es Cuba, tienes orgullo. Quiebra las reglas, llora duro, tu nombre es Cuba, tienes orgullo.
Each lover's kiss is now long gone. Jose Marti gave you his song, and Che bared his soul for you. Can Fidel carry you through? Keep breaking rules, keep crying out loud. Your name is Cuba, your name is Cuba, and you're so proud.
Quiebra las reglas, llora duro, tu nombre es Cuba, tienes orgullo. Quiebra las reglas, llora duro, tu nombre es Cuba, tienes orgullo.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Remember history, put tomorrow on hold. For when he's gone, will you be bold? Your dress is in tatters, your hair is a mess. You look like you've been undressed. And while you keep marching on, you sing your songs of revolution. Keep breaking rules, keep crying out loud. Your name is Cuba, your name is Cuba, and you're so proud. Keep breaking rules, keep crying out loud. Your name is Cuba, your name is Cuba, and you're so
Hi everyone, Pat Nicholson here again with the 4th edition of the Virtual Voltage. We've got a packed show this evening with some great acts, so I'm going to have to keep my introductions to a minimum so everything stays within the scheduled 1 hour. Thanks for that great song Cuba from the Tim Buckley Collaboration, and thanks Tim for putting the video together. Next up tonight we have regulars Miller and Walker with a beautiful Sandy Denny song, followed by a poem from Steve Hobbs. Then we have Iron Man, also known as Will Jones, with something from Mumford & Sons. Hope you enjoy the show.
across the evening sky. All the birds are leaving, but how do they know it's time for them to go? Before the winter fire, I will still be dreaming. I have no thought of time, for who knows where the time goes? Who knows where the time goes? Sad deserted shore, your fickle friends are leaving. Ah, but then they know it's time for them to go. But I will still be here. I have no thought of leaving. I do not count the time, for who knows where the time goes? Who knows where the time goes? And I am not alone, while my love is near me. I know it will be so until it's time to go. Then come the storms of winter, and then the birds in spring again. I have no fear of time, for who knows where my love grows? Who knows where the time?
This is a poem I wrote some time ago, and I little thought that I might still be using it 2 or 3 years later. But after the invasion of our country this week by all the hordes of migrant boats, it's a bit like Dunkirk in reverse, I think. This poem seems to sort of still have its validity. It's called We Love Spitfires. We love Spitfires, soft English rain, and watching the Great Escape again and again and again. We love hot countries and we love to roam, building bridges and railways to take our loot back home. We love mildness and avoiding the shrill, but we're Viking and we're Norman when there's blood to spill. We love our palaces, our queen and her gracious heir, but woe betide the poor man with a bedroom to spare. We love our atlases tinted pink, but draw meridians now on skin with ink. We love the waves that Britannia rules, but journey now in a ship of fools. We love impossible odds and fear no regret, but tread softly now as we spin gold from debt. We love the story of this island nation, but forget the gibbet and the sugar plantation. We love the poor migrant from troubled lands, but will raise the drawbridge as we wash our hands. We love a thumbs up and a cheery song, but the woodbine and the stiff upper lip have long since gone. We love Spitfires, soft English rain, and watching the Great Escape again and again and again.
Weep for yourself, my man, you'll never be what is in your heart. Weep a little lion, man, you're not as brave as you were at the start. Rate yourself and break yourself, save a pall and courage you have left. Waste it all on fixing problems you made in your own head. Your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? Didn't I, my dear? For yourself, my man, you know that you have seen all this before. Tremble, little lion, man, you'll never settle any of your scores. Your grace is wasted in your face, your boldness stands alone among the wreck. Now listen to your mother, spend your days biting your own neck. Not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? No, it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I,
her fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear? Didn't I, my dear?
Thanks to Mill and Walker for that beautiful version of Sandy Dennis' song, and thanks also Steve for his poem and a great rendition of Little Lion Man by Will. Apologies for the slight problem with the sound visual synchronisation on one or two of the videos tonight. Next up, we've got a great original and humorous song by Fraser Toots, followed by offerings from myself and the late great Sandy Clarke, who we will always remember with fondness and with respect. Here's to Sandy.
Good evening and welcome to the Voltage open mic. As you can see, the pub has been decorated and the bar is now just around to the left. So this is a song that we wrote during lockdown called The Future of the Planet. So listen up, everybody. Oh, the future of the planet is decided, so they say. 6 billion years and then it turns to dust. That's farther down the road, before that final episode. I'm sure that we could change things, and we must search across the stars for other places, for planets that we might surely find. Well before our sun implodes in some violent episodes, interplanetary migrations needed to some new abodes, and there's loads of solar systems out there just revolving, well beyond our Milky Way and to the right. And there may be some twist, some means we could exist, perhaps some alien or deity that we might just enlist to assist. But best push through we're worth to make the best of planet Earth. Let's try to keep the beauty of this place. It could be our last hurrah if our attempts were under par to find another planet out in space, whilst this place could last 6 billion years. That's worth a bit of spit, so take some care and really work things through. Then when we finally take stock, it won't come as such a shock should we find we are all stuck here on just one revolving rock. One rock, should we find we are all stuck here on one revolving rock. Though the future of the planet is decided, 6 billion years must give us time to change. It's the measure of a man to improve things as he can, though I'm sure we'll need a plan to stop things going down the pan, so we can search across the stars for other places, for planets we must surely colonize. And under geodesic domes we use selected chromosomes to grow coral reefs and forests and Olympic velodromes for these new homes, before our sun and planets have collided, well before our Kuiper belt becomes too tight. We'll commence a small migration to an interim space station of a sample population, and perhaps the odd cetacean under deep sedation. But what if this is it, and life evolved in just one bit? Well then we'd be custodians of every little bit. Oh shit, best push through your worth to make the best of planet Earth. Let's try to keep the beauty of this place. It could be our last hurrah if our attempts were under par to find another planet out in space, whilst this place could last 6 billion years. That's worth a bit of spit, so take some care and really work things through. Then when we finally take stock, it won't come as such a shock should we find we are all stuck here on just one revolving rock. One rock, should we find we are all stuck here on one revolving rock. the future of the planet.
Tiptoes in the morning, hey Francesca, you gave me no warning. Thanks for being free. Thanks for showing me. Thanks for being free. Thanks for hey Francesca, tiptoes in the morning, hey Francesca, you gave me no warning. Thanks for being free. Thanks for showing me. Thanks just hey
Song. Good old bluesy one. Ooh, yeah. I can't sleep at night. I can't live through the day. I can't go on much longer, baby. Feeling this way, 'cause you know that I'm crazy about you, baby. But I wonder, do you ever think of me? You know that I'm wild about you, baby, but you don't care. Nothing in this world for me. You know it ain't just one thing, baby, that makes your baby drink. But to hear you say you don't love me, then I begin to think, 'cause you know that I'm crazy about you, baby. Yeah, you know that, do you ever think of me? You know that I'm wild about you, baby, but you don't care. Nothing in this world for me. You know that I'm crazy about you, baby. But I wonder, do you ever think of me? You know that I'm wild about you, baby, but you don't care. Nothing in this world for me. You know that I'm crazy about you, baby. I'm wild about you, baby. I'm hooked, line and sinker. You're just about to drive me to drink. 'Cause you know that I'm crazy about you, baby.
And what more can I say about Sandy, other than she is greatly missed by us all? A regular feature of Virtual Vaultage is an interview arranged by Steve Hobbs with one of our guest players. This month it's the turn of country singer and canal explorer Jasmine Burns. The interviews are put together by Steve sending his questions to the subject, and then both his questions and the guest's answers are sent to me separately and meshed together to form a continuous interview. Hence a very environmentally friendly and COVID-19 aware method of conducting an interview. So please welcome Jasmine, who will follow the interview with a song from her recent EP. There will be a further song by Jasmine at the end of this edition.
So, Jasmine Burns, what does lockdown actually look like when you're living on a narrowboat?
Hi Stephen, hi Pat and everyone of the Virtual Voltage 4 gang. I'm currently moored in beautiful Jericho on the Oxford Canal. However, lockdown for me was really quite strange. We're used to mooring in places for no longer than 14 days, and during lockdown we were in the same place for pretty much over 3 to 4 months. Very itchy feet to say the least. I was stood down from work, I was furloughed, and yeah, just basically, oh, there's a wasp in my face. Sorry guys. Basically just sitting around playing my guitar all day. I've been doing live streams every other Friday, which have been great. Been really connecting with my fans, and yeah, so just trying to make the most of a pretty strange situation, as I'm sure everyone is trying to do. So yeah, and essentially being Dylan from the Magic Roundabout, just sitting around playing my guitar all day. So that's been lockdown for me.
I remember seeing a Jasmine Burns perform at an open mic at the Bar Black Sheep open mic in Wolverton. It might have been 2018. She was quiet but powerful. Then I saw another Jasmine Burns at Voltage, who was equally powerful but not so quiet. Both of them appeared to live on a narrowboat. Are there two Jasmine Burns?
So I am a Gemini, so there well could be another Jasmine Burns out there in the world. However, if my memory serves me right, which it can be a little bit fuzzy at times, I do remember doing that first show and the last one. The first show that I did, I really enjoyed. I'd never played Bar Black Sheep before, and I was still very much trying to get to grips with performing on stage, despite having playing on stage since I was 14. You know, still learning, still growing. However, between that last show and the most recent show that you've seen, I've done a significant amount of gigs in that time, and I've been able to cut my teeth in the shows and venues that I've played at, and basically hone my craft between that time. During that time, I've been able to read a room, essentially, and, you know, you can kind of get a feel for a room when you get there. You know, you go to the bar, you get a pint, you come back and you can kind of feel the room and stuff. So that's a skill that I've learned within that time. So if my sound is much, you know, stronger than it was now, that's for that reason. But if you were to see me at a cafe, say now, I know how to, you know, quieten myself or make myself louder depending on the venue. So that's that.
You're obviously a huge country fan. Are we talking Casey Musgraves here or Loretta Lynn? Maybe you're Hank Williams.
So not a lot of people know this about me, but I was actually in a Johnny Cash tribute band for a few years back in the day, and I essentially played June Carter in that role, and I loved it. It was great fun. I have a huge amount of respect for the classic country artists. Like, I have a huge amount of respect for the Carter family. I'm really into my early R&B music, people like Leadbelly, that kind of thing. And I also love, you know, Dolly Parton. She's fantastic. However, I used to, so this would have been between, say, 2010, 2011. I used to let YouTube algorithms decide what music I was going to listen to on that day. I used to love kind of putting in, like, say, like Johnny Cash, and then just letting the algorithm just decide what we was going to play next. And I stumbled across this guy called Shaky Graves, who's from Austin, Texas. And this video came on, and it basically just like stopped me in my tracks. He plays this big old suitcase drum with a, kick drum in it with a tambourine. And he wears like a big old like John B. Stetson with boots and stuff. And I was just like mesmerized. Like, his sound is amazing. It's very new country, and that was the sound that I wanted to achieve. Like, I saw that and I was like, wow, that's great. That's what I want to be. And seen him numerous times, like in and around London and Birmingham, Brighton, and he's just been fantastic. He's such an amazing live performer. And yeah, that's basically that's got the ball rolling for the sound that I have now. Like, a lot of the stuff that I do now, I kind of owe to him. And I've actually said that to him in person, and I've just been a total fangirl and been like, but it's great. He's a really cool guy. And yeah, hopefully one day I'll be able to play America as well.
And my final question, Jasmine, it says on your website, originating from a small village in East Yorkshire. That's God's own country, not the big country. Would that be Hull?
So I was actually born within the walls of York. However, I grew up in a small village in East Yorkshire, about a 30-minute drive outside of York, called Melbourne. Not Melbourne in Australia, as a lot of people like to say. It was a beautiful little village with a canal running through it. So it was very serendipitous that I now live on a canal boat, I would say. However, I moved to Milton Keynes in 2009 and basically set myself up on the music scene in about 2013. And everyone within Stony Stratford, Milton Keynes, Wolverton, Newport Pagnell have basically took me under their wing and basically just propelled me just to where I am today. And I really honestly can't thank everyone enough. So for yourself, the Voltage at the Vaults in Stony Stratford, I'd quite like to thank the Sunset Lounge in Newport Pagnell. That's one of the first open mic nights that I played with, and the Crawford Arms and MK11. Without the Milton Keynes music scene, I don't really think I'd be where I was today. Like I said, growing up in a small village with one bus at 6 a.m. in the morning that came back at 6 p.m. at night, I really don't know where I'd be today. So I'm incredibly thankful for everyone. And yeah, small town girl with a city dream, basically. As cheesy as that sounds. But yeah, that's me. So this song I'm going to play for you now is off the EP Homesick, and it's called Arizona. It's about a dear friend of mine in a band called Jared Mill. His name's Jared, and basically I got to meet him about 2 years ago. They came over to the UK, and it's basically the story of the song is about looking up to an idol, say musician, artist, whatever, and actually realising that they're human. So this is Arizona.
Next to me with your cup of tea, you have my beer, and there's a sorrow in your eyes, and it comes as a surprise, my dear. Well, I know you're missing her, you're Arizona.
so nice. And I know she's missed you too, but hell, you know you got more living to do. So you sit down next to me with your cup of tea, you'll have my beer. And there's sorrow in your eyes, and it comes as no surprise, my dear.
Thanks, Jasmine Burns, for giving us a little bit on your background, and to Steve for arranging that interview. Now, the next three acts have all been regular players at the Voltage and have all been special guests over the last 3 or 4 years. Their music's very different, but all put so much passion and sincerity into what they play. So please welcome to the stage Mike Betteridge, Adrian Stranik and Mitchell Taylor.
I've got running, I've got running on my own. I've got running, running on. I used to leave my baby, she treated me so unkind. I'm going down to the station, catch that old first small train I see. Going down to the station, catch that old first small train I see. I got to keep my mistletoe, and the sun's got to be me. I got neat things, I got neat things on my mind. I got neat things, neat things on my mind. I used to leave my baby, she treated me so unkind. Rounding on my mind. I used to leave my baby, but she treated me so unkind.
One night of sin is what I'm now paying for. The things that I did and I saw would make the earth stand still. Don't call my name, it makes me feel so ashamed. I've lost my sweet helping hand, with just myself to blame.
always live a very quiet life. I ain't never did no wrong. Now I know that very quiet life has caused me nothing but harm. One night I sinned. Here's what I'm now paying for. The things that I did and I saw would make the earth stand still. Always live a very quiet life. I ain't never did no wrong. Now I know the very quiet life has caused me nothing but harm. One night of sin is what I'm now paying for. The things that I did and I saw would make the earth stand still.
It's that time again, rally the troops, get the men. We're all going to war, and we don't know what for. It's that time again, get the journalists, write the headlines. We're off to a foreign land and a reason we can't find. All war is business. Business is good. War is business, and it's killing the boys in our neighborhood. Oh. Well, right there was it's a higher black water. They'll kill your son and rape your daughter. Who's right out there was Cody 2012. Oh, we don't need a hipster revolution on this earth, no. War is business. Business is good. War is business, and it's killing the boys in our neighborhood. Oh. Pacifism, and who's right out there was this long and bloody war. Oh, there's a lot of death and misery, and don't know what for. Oh, war is business. Well, business is good. War is business, and it's killing the boys in our neighborhood. Oh. War is business. Business is good. War is business, and it's killing the boys in our neighborhood. Oh.
Where did you record your album, Mitch?
Thanks Mike and Adrian and Mitchell for a great variety of styles there. Now, for almost as long as I have been running the Voltage Open Mic in Stoney, it's been constantly supported by Dave Justice, and more recently his good friend Mel Higgs. Next up is one of Mel's short stories, followed by an original song recently written by Dave. But first of all, can I introduce Clive Barrett to the Virtual Voltage with his beautiful interpretation of Blind Blake's Going Back to Tampa.
Hi Pat Le Chapeau, I love you. Yeah, I do love you, Pat. You're a lovely bloke. Right, here we go. These are my one-page stories, and I've been flicking through, and I found one here which might be okay. So it's called The Glasses. I'm a nightmare. Well, they are a nightmare. I lose a pair a week. I've lost my prescription ones, you know. Bloody hell! God, I need a bloody mortgage to replace them all the time. Anyway, here we go. The glasses. Something was catching the sun, and he went to the bench where the light was streaming from. He found what had caught his eye was the reflection from a pair of glasses. They were half-moon glasses with gold wired arms. The lenses, they didn't appear broken, but the arms, he could see, they were twisted. So he picked the glasses up to have a better look. And he could see that only the arms were damaged, so he straightened them out, and then, looking around to see no one was around, he put the glasses on. They were just perfect. The world before him became instantly clear. He treasured some moments looking at a new world. Oh, wow, he thought, wow, this is great. Then a thought came, he just thought, it would be wrong to take someone else's glasses. I know it would be wrong, I'm so tempted, but I can't. Before he walked away, he put them back where he'd found them. Anyway, the next day, and it was to his surprise that there they were, he found them again. They were just still there. Again, he could see the golden wired arms had been twisted, and he straightened them out once more. He thought that some kids, they might be playing a joke on him, and at that very moment, they might be in a hedge and looking at him and giggling and laughing at his expense. He listened and he looked, and all he could hear was a rather throaty songbird that was scampering about in the hedge, but there was nothing else. Satisfied that he wasn't the victim of a prank, and he couldn't resist it, he again put the glasses on. Well, he uttered, well, I see again, just like all those years ago when I walked out with my Alma. Oh, the feeling that went through him. Oh, it was just unbelievable. Now, with the greatest will, he put the glasses back again, just where he'd found them. The following morning, they were there again, but this time they were complete and they weren't damaged at all. He put them on, then he heard a really sweet, softly spoken voice. It was her voice, and it resonated through him. And it said, the glasses, my darling, they're a present from me to you. That's it, Pat.
Hi, Pat. Everybody at Voltage. I wrote this pop tune middle of July, and I'd like to play it for you now, and it's called Don't Come Crying Back to Me. Well, you hang around with your head held high, thought we'd agreed to say goodbye. You turn up when I least expect, I feel fine and my life ain't wrecked. Well, I found a love, gonna start anew. She loves me like you didn't do. You didn't care, didn't wanna see. No turning back, now my heart's set free. Oh no, don't come crying back to me, girl. Don't come crying back to me. Thought we'd said goodbye, girl. Don't come crying back to me. Now life's real fine and I feel real good. Mind is clear and so it should. I called your bluff, turned back your threat. I wish damn God we'd never met. Oh no, don't come crying back to me, girl. Don't come crying back to me. Thought we'd said goodbye, girl. Don't come crying back to me. Don't come crying back to me, girl. Don't come crying back to me. Thought we'd said goodbye, girl. Don't come crying back to me. So run away, don't bother me. I've left behind that misery. My life is now so full of hope. My heart says yeah, but my head says no. Oh no, don't come crying back to me, girl. Don't come crying back to me. Thought we'd said goodbye, girl. Don't come crying back to me. 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 Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks to Clive, Mel and Dave and everyone else who has sent in videos for this show. I look forward to receiving more over the coming months so that we can keep it running. Don't worry if you've never played at the Voltage before, just send something in. It's always great fun for me to put this together, and with your help and willingness to participate, or without it, there would be no Voltage whatsoever. You can find my email address at the end in the credits, so please send me something using WeTransfer if possible. Finally, from the Voltage archives I've dug out a Keb Mo song performed by Bob Mouat at the Voltage during his visit over here from Australia in 2015. And then to finish off, we have another fine offering from our special guest this month, Jasmine. See you all next month and take great care of yourselves. Good night.
Baby, she wrote me a letter. She never called me on the phone. 5 little words was all she wrote. She said, see you later, I'm gone. She left no explanation about why she had to go. Well, I can't take a jig, but I can take a joke. She don't love me no more. Well, if nobody loves you and you feel like dust on an empty shelf, just remember, you can love yourself. Mama says she loves me, you know, she can be jiving too. Everybody's always criticizing everything that I do. I work 9 to 5 to the best I can. I try to please the boss, own a big old house and a brand new car. And then it lays me off. Well, if nobody loves you and you feel like dust on an empty shelf, just remember, you can love yourself. Every time I meet a lady, I want to get to know her. Either I'm too tall or she's too small. She's rich and I'm poor. So I called my old friend Hazel. I asked her out for a little date. She said, I'm married now and I got 3 little kids. Boy, you're just a little too late. Well, nobody loves you and you feel like dust on an empty shelf. So remember, you can love yourself. Well, if nobody loves you and you feel like dust on an empty shelf, just remember, you can love yourself.
So this next song I'm going to play for you now is the title track of my EP Homesick, and it's essentially a story about finding your own family. So here we go.
And my knees growing